Hello everyone and welcome to the Dana Homestead. I'm Sikwani Dana and my spouse is Nathan Dana. Together we have lived off-grid for 5 years. Since then we've gained a modest following on TikTok and Instagram showing how we live, but I've always wanted to make longer form content. I've taken a stab at it a few times by posting on this YouTube account and enjoyed the process, although many times I feel like I never really know what I'm doing with this channel. I think I have finally figured it out. I'm going to use this channel as a way to document our life and lifestyle. In essence, it will be a vlog channel. My goal is to upload videos on a more regular basis, maybe twice a month to start. Alright, I've talked long enough, but last thing I have to say is that this week, not every day was full of interesting activities. Some days I just let the chickens out and spent the rest of the day working. One day, I didn't even film anything. And that's life. Some days are full of chores you can film, and other days, you just play Skyrim. Either way, I thank you for sticking through this long intro, and I hope you enjoyed this week of living off-grid. It is snowing and gorgeous out. Unfortunately, it's also supposed to rain tonight, so gonna lose it all. Oh my god, snowflake in the eye. Okay, so what we are doing right now is getting some firewood so that maybe tomorrow I won't have to come out here and get firewood. And tomorrow I'm planning on canning some beans. We go through a lot of beans here, so we're gonna can them and hopefully I'll remember to video them. Probably gonna cook them outside on the propane because it's also supposed to be really warm tomorrow. All right. That should be good. The chickens are out. They are ignoring me and don't care. Oh well. See you later, ladies. So much snow. Doesn't want to focus. Oh. Locking up the chickens. Hi, ladies. Oh. Oops. Hi. Hi. How you going? Hi, Footfoot. Hi. Have a good sleep. This is called a rumble jar, and it's what we use to make cold brew. We set it up all together the night before, and we have coffee the next morning. You can also use it to make infused teas. And the cool thing is, it's designed specifically to fit in a quart wide mouth jar, which we have plenty of. Who's doing too many things at once? Me. I just made coffee. I'm making pasta, and I need to get beans ready for canning tomorrow. And my water almost boiled over because I was off doing other stuff. Oh, that's grams. I must have last used this to make soap since it's in grams, but I need pounds and ounces. So I put my pot on there that I'm gonna cook in. That's funny, this is about 2 pounds, which is what I need in beans. Zero that out and get our beans. Bummer. So we have this nice set of, I guess they're stainless steel measuring cups, and our quarter cup has been missing for quite a while. So every time we open a new big bucket of dried food, I really hope to find it in there, but not this time. Not this time. But use the whole cup this time. Yeah, that's pretty much perfect. Awesome. Was I just not saying that I'm doing too many things all at once? Okay. Now, before I put water on this, I'm just gonna give it a good look through and a mix, and see if there's any like bad ones or weird looking ones and take those out. Although with this last bag of beans that we got, I really haven't seen any like bad beans or anything. Oh. Oh, got a weird looking one. We'll compost that. I think that's good to go. So now I'm going to cover this with water. Actually put like a ton of water in here because they soak it up. Put a lid on it and let it sit till morning. Okay, that is well covered. I will see you in the morning. Bye. Good morning. So Nathan is out the door and on his way to work. We got some nicely soaked beans. Before I can can the beans, I need my colander, which is dirty because I used it last night when making pasta. But I need it for making beans. So I definitely got to do dishes this morning. Also, our batteries are really low, so I need to go start the generator. But it is so gross outside. I really don't want to go out. I've retreated into the woodshed while I wait for the generator outside to warm up. It is so gross out. It is so gross. I have snow in my boot. This is roar. I guess my morning coffee is starting to kick in. All right, I'm gonna say that the generator has warmed up enough. And I'm gonna go plug it into the house and I will meet you back inside. Our wood stove is one of my favorite things about this house. There's so many things that you can do with it. So here I am taking water from the 11-gallon tank that sits on the back of the wood stove, putting it into a smaller pot to heat up for dishes. Now the water was already pretty hot. This is just getting it to that final push. I'm also heating some water so I can make some more coffee. And then I'm also filling a pot with water that I'll put on the wood stove to help humidify this dry winter air. Well, it is time to go back out into the horror that is our weather and let the chickens out of their coop. We had a nice beginning layer of ice on the pond, and that is quickly dissolving. There's a drop there. Oh my god, this is so gross. Ow. Ah. Good morning, chickens! Because of the rain, the wood has swelled. Wonderful. I gotta put you down. Good morning, ladies. How we doing? Nope, can't do that one-handed. Okay, it's been a number of hours. Maybe a couple. I'm not even wearing my watch. I have no idea. But anyways, it's been a couple hours since I filmed last. I've done the dishes and gotten my counter space ready and prepped. I went through my lids because I kind of wanted to see which lids I have more of. I have like plenty of wide mouth and regular jars to can these beans, but I wasn't sure what my lid situation is. And it looks like I have a ton of wide mouth lids. These ones right here, this is from a brand new box. These ones right here are the Sure-Tight. I'm actually going to use some older ones that are not the ball Sure-Tight, so I will need to heat them up prior to canning. But anyways, that's kind of where we're at right now. The bummer thing about using the wide mouth is I can only fit 5 of the wide mouth jars in here in this canner rather than fitting 6 for the regular mouth. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect the amount of beans that I had ready last night. Or got ready last night. Okay, so yeah, by the way, haven't said this yet. This is not a how to can bean video. This is a day in the life of a homesteader. Like, for example, you're probably like, wow, the sound quality is terrible. Yeah, I'm aware, but I've got my generator going because I need power because the weather hasn't been that awesome. And also, which means that the fan for my inverter is gonna run. And that's just off-grid reality, and that's kind of what I'm trying to showcase here. So not instructional, just showing you my life. Anyways, gonna get going, doing the bean thing, and I'll update you maybe at some point. Update. So, the wood stove I am letting die because it's supposed to be in the 40s today and it's already in the 70s in this house, and I don't want to overheat the house. But I've got a couple things on the stove. I've got the pressure canner with water that needs to be in there, just kind of heating up, and I just felt it. It's kind of surprisingly warm. Like, I can touch it, but it's not burning me. And then in this little pot, I've got the lids. They're just kind of warming up and hanging out for now. Both of those are waiting for more space on our propane stove out here. So on the propane stove, we have 2 things right now. We've got the beans, which are right there, and then back here, you can't see because the oven is in the way, I have the jars in a little water bath to warm up. And as soon as the jars have warmed up, I am going to see if I can fit both the pressure canner and that little pan with the lids in it all on there. That's where we're at. Literally, as soon as I was done filming that, I looked out like 30 seconds later out onto the porch and the beans were boiling over. So all I had to do was bring them to a boil. So now I really gotta like get going. It is go time. All right, I got everything switched over. Now we just gotta ladle some beans. What? Okay, I don't know. Hot bean juice. A different kind of hot bean juice. More like lukewarm because I forgot about it being juice. And yes, my mug does in fact match the shirt that I am wearing. All right, let's go. One thing that I did forget to do, that I forget to do almost every time, is I forgot to add vinegar in the water last night. Some people say that if you put vinegar in the water that you soak them with, then it will help your body digest them and make you less gassy. And I remember we tried it once, but I don't remember if it worked, so we gotta try it again. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I need an inch of headspace, so. Yeah. No matter when I am canning or water bathing or whatever, I like to do like all my solid ingredients into the jars first and then put the liquid in after. Because you're always gonna have way more liquid than you need. I say that, but that's actually not accurate. Sometimes you don't, and that's sad. Sort of ran into that issue when making soup earlier this fall, but I just went with it. Canned it anyways. It's like a half a jar or whatever. Not sure if you're supposed to do that or not, but my kitchen, my rules. It does always get to a point where there's so much more liquid than there are solid objects that it kind of starts to get a little difficult. All right, I'm gonna start adding some liquid into these jars. We are going to wipe the rim, right? Right? Yeah, we're gonna do that. We are going to remember to do that for sure. It's literally something I forget to do almost every time. Charge is 83%. Nice. And if you're wondering, what do you do with the extra beans if you have too many beans that you cooked? They're cooked beans. I just cook them a little bit. I don't like the way that one looks. I just put them back on the stove, cook them a bit more, and then tonight, we'll have something that's got beans, or maybe I'll make a lunch with some beans. This is for the air bubbles. Another step I often forget. You could use a couple more beans. You could use a couple more beans. I think all of our jars are full on the beans, so we just need to make sure everyone's got enough liquid. I just have to wipe the rim. Wipe the rim. But, yeah. Wipe the rim, right. Oh my God. Now, some people use vinegar to wipe the rim. I was not taught to do that. I just take a paper towel, because it's not necessarily like you're supposed to be, I don't know, sanitizing it or cleaning it. You're just wiping it to make sure that there isn't anything that's going to get in the way of the jar and the rubber, you know? The water is really warm, even with this glove on. Do. Again, these are old lids. They're not the SureTight lids, which is why I boiled them. I feel like it's pretty controversial in the world of canning to whether or not you boil your lid. All right, I'm gonna throw these in the canner, and then we just wait for a very long time. Good morning. Okay, so I totally didn't film at all yesterday. Beans got done, and then I kind of got distracted by messing around with computers and hard drives and organizing photos and frustrated and all that. But anyways, nothing really much ever happened, but I am out here. It's kind of snowing. I don't know if you can really see it. It's a nice morning. But yeah. Hello. Good morning. How you doing, ladies? How we doing? What's up? She's like, no, thank you. All right. Oh, I did it with one hand. Yay. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. No. You stay inside, sweetie. You too. Hi. If I appear crooked, it's because you're propped up on the woodshed. Because I don't feel like bringing my tripod out. Anyways, dump truck, also a plow truck. Today is the day that I'm gonna learn how to plow. I've never been taught because I've always had someone else, my parents and now my spouse, who does that. But probably important for me to know how to do. So we're gonna do it now. Woo. First gotta clean off the dumpy. This is Oscar, by the way.
Good morning. Just came out to release the ladies and we have an egg. Honestly, I think it might have been a month since we've honey. Anyways, like I was saying before, Plantain just freaking fell out. She did not jump out. She backed up and fell out of the coop. We have an egg and it's been like a month, so that's exciting. Good morning. Am I bad at this or what? So we got a mixture of snow and rain and sleet all day yesterday, so our driveway is solid. Should be able to break through with the tractor to give it some traction. Nathan was able to leave this morning. You can see his tracks and it was fine, but like it's not ideal. So yeah, I am gonna go start up the tractor and run up and down the driveway a couple of times to crunch it all up. Now I am not fully dressed. My top half is good. My bottom half is not. But wow, you can really see this is glazed over. Wow, even on the tire. Wow. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I am not dressed. So I'm gonna get the tractor started up. It needs to warm up a bit before it's good to drive up and down the driveway because it's a diesel. So while that's warming up, I'm gonna go inside and get some more appropriate attire. Seems like this is almost a daily occurrence when I don't film for the entire day, except in the morning when there's something interesting. So I gotta go let out the chickens, which they are unhappy because I got a little sidetracked this morning and kept snoozing my alarm. I also need to start the generator because our batteries are pretty low and we're not gonna have sun for a couple days, but luckily I got gas yesterday, so first I gotta top it off. But first, let's release the chickens. Can you hear them? Now, I wonder if we're gonna have an egg this morning because we've had an egg the last 2 mornings. Oh no, it's here we go. Hi! I know I am late. I am sorry. No egg. Would you like to fall out again? No? Okay. Note to self, I should... Snail broke unexpectedly. Oh, they are rushing out to eat. Note to self, I should... put more bedding, fresh bedding in the coop. All right, now to start the generator. Anyways, it's colder than a witch. freaking cold out my hand. Well, it's okay. So here's the thing. It's honestly not too bad out. It's just my hands. My hands are wicked cold. So while that is warming up, I'm gonna run inside. Squeaky door. And go get the thing that we use to carry wood into the house so I can get wood because I need to make a fire so I can warm up. Whoops. Now, normally before he leaves, Nathan actually makes the fire. But this morning, the house was like not super cold. So I was just like, yeah, go ahead. I'll make the fire later once it's actually cold out. Or cold inside, I should say. All right, I'm gonna lug that inside, but before I do, I think the generator is probably warmed up enough so I can plug the house in. If you've followed the Dana Homestead on our TikTok, you may have seen in years past, we had videos where we moved wood from our wood shed onto our porch, and then when we had fires, we would just take the wood from the porch. Well, a bit of evidence showing how mild of a winter is that we're having is that we're not keeping the wood on the porch because we're not using that much firewood compared to other years, that it's not that big of a deal to have to lug it all the way from the woodshed into here to make a fire.
This has been a week of living off-grid at the Dana Homestead. If you liked what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of this content, consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.